It's week 1 of the National Football League, and we've got a showdown in the AFC West. It's the Raiders and the Chargers coming up next.
Two teams more than ready to get this one started. And we are underway in Southern California. This taken in at the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Already a star in just his 3rd season. It's Justin Herbert.
It feels like hyperbole, but it's actually reality. In only 2 seasons, we've seen Justin Herbert do things rarely or never seen before in the NFL. He's one of only 9 quarterbacks now with a 5,000-yard passing season and made the Chargers a top 5 offense for the first time since 2010. He's also the only quarterback to ever throw at least 30 touchdowns in each of his first 2 seasons and set a record for completions over that same span.
They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. And incomplete to open things up.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it, and oftentimes knock it away.
And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a first down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. His throw incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Meanwhile, Herbert's throw there complete to Allen. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. A pickup of 5 that time and a first down.
They had yet to run the ball at all on this drive, but 3rd and short definitely was a great time to dial one up.
Now Herbert off the bootleg. On the move to his left. And his throw here is incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Herbert over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Here's Herbert. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Max Crosby blowing up the play and getting the sack. A CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
And as the Raiders take over on offense, we get to see the man who has been the leader of this team for 9 seasons now, under center Derek Carr. Now, first carry for the former Pro Bowler, Josh Jacobs. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. To throw is Carr. Toward the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
Yeah, 1 for 1. A lot more to go. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold him to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on third down. Now Carr. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. On fourth down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the third time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from it. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he will get the first down as he's up to the 20-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain and good enough to move the chains.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball, pick up the first down. I love it.
Yeah, 3rd and short, that's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school, smash mouth football. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Herbert going back to Allen. He's got him again. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw here, Herbert. Over the middle, complete. It's Allen. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
I can't help but chuckle a little bit because at this point, it can't be a surprise to anyone in the building who's going to get the ball. They just keep feeding him over and over, and he just keeps on delivering.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there's good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 30. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. So the new weapon just picked up via the trade, making an impact here right away.
And what you like about getting guys who catch passes, you don't have to spend a lot of time in the playbook. You just tell them to dial up a route and get the ball in their hands.
On 2nd and 7, Herbert throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jayon Brown. And the Raiders are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. No score after 1 on EA Sports. The Raiders with the football here to begin quarter number 2. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. On the ground is Jacobs to start the drive. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Carr to throw. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time. And it's 3rd down.
Oh, they'll certainly be on the tablets going over that one for sure. Clearly, they were expecting something else out of the defense and couldn't adjust to make that completion happen.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd. Jacobs. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. Oh, Adams, what a grab. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. The Carr finding his former college teammate Adams there for the Raider first. Carr. He goes right back to Adams. That's complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. They go right back to him for 20 and a first. Carr to throw again. Looking deep for Adams. Touchdown. Davante Adams. 38 yards. And the Raiders post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. And that's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long,
Backyard.
man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
Here comes Nasir Adderley from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. We'll remind you that coming up tonight, the first Sunday nighter of the new season. And how about this for a matchup? The Buccaneers and the Cowboys from Dallas, 8:20 Eastern. Then tomorrow, Monday night, just one game here in Week 1 this year. And it'll pit the Broncos and Seahawks as Russell Wilson makes his Bronco debut. And, of course, where is it? Seattle. Coincidence? We'll let you decide. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Herbert. For Keenan Allen, that's complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Herbert with a connection to Allen for a Charger first down.
One of the league's best and most consistent wide receivers in his 10th season in the league. Keenan Allen is just automatic at this point. Nice catch from him there for a first down. 100 catches, 1,100 yards, at least 6 touchdowns a season. Wash, rinse, repeat. But let's not take him for granted. He's a terrific player.
So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Now it's Herbert. Now, quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Herbert now. He's got a man. That's Keenan Allen. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Completion good for 14 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Needing the top yards, they run it with their fullback. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on fourth. On first down, it's Herbert. Allen's got it complete. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
On second and inches, Herbert. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the...
And a loose football. And the Raiders pick it up. The big man, get the oxygen tank ready. Then a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
I don't know about you, but I'm going to go to the positive side this time. Yeah, there was a fumble at the end of this. Sustained drive, and if they keep stringing those together, you got to like their chance.
And now following that last play, I do believe we're going to get a review here. Yes, indeed, the red flag is out. And we'll get a moment here as they look this one over.
Yeah, remember now, the call on the field is what they'll stick with unless they have clear video evidence to the contrary. And I give these officials a lot of credit. Such a tough and demanding job. You and I both know that. Yeah, they make the right call way more often than they get it wrong.
So not successful there on the challenge, and he'll have to be careful from here on out because he'll only have one challenge remaining. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Throwing on 2nd down. Carr. He finds his man complete. That's Jacobs. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Now Carr. It's caught. Beckham. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Caught outright by Renfro. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Davante Adams with career touchdown number 75. And the Raiders go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now 14-0. 5 plays there on that drive. And Davante Adams able to finish things with a touchdown reception. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Wide receiver Keenan Allen bringing out the rest of this offense. Making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defenses, getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Allen's got it over the middle. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Herbert going to keep it on the sneak. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. After the run, now Herbert to throw. Looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. And that is incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. We begin week 1 with an absolute barn burner. Two teams with plans on being back here in February. Kansas City and Arizona from the side of Super Bowl 57, Glendale. And it's the Chiefs who have the lead in that one. Isaiah Pacheco with a touchdown run. From there, we're off to check out another game. And they were winners in their ball game over the visiting Buffalo Bills. Allen Robinson, a touchdown catch in the victory. Finally, let's get to the country music capital of the world and see what's happening with the Titans at home in Nashville. And in that one, it's the visiting Giants who have the lead. Wan'Dale Robinson, a touchdown reception. On now to a check on the next-gen stats in the...
It looks like we'll have to wait another week to get our first halftime report of the season as we move right along to the second half. All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. The Raider offense ready to go here to start the third quarter. And, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Carr finding Waller there for the Vegas first.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And this time the yards won't come so easy, as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Now a play fake. Carr. And he'll just get rid of it.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. And Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. Give him another one right back to Allen. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. And that last reception puts him over 150 yards now on the game, Charles.
And now it's not just execution. It's not just performance. It's a mental aspect that's going on. Because right now, he's got the defense so much on their heels, got them looking at each other. Who's going to cover this guy, and what type of coverage can we put out there to try and slow him down?
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Back to throw here, Herbert. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
To throw again on 2nd down. Herbert over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Again, Herbert. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jayon Brown. And the Raiders are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. 1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. On play action, it's Carr. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Here's Carr to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return. And the Chargers will be set up pretty well as they take over in great field position. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Caught by Allen. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. A big completion there against double coverage. And Charles, one of those guys had a pick on him earlier.
Yeah, so he didn't allow that to deter him at all, did he? In fact, it probably was a challenge. Okay, you got to pick me for? It's my turn now to make the big play, and that's exactly what he did.
Herbert setting up to throw on first down. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
To the air again, Herbert. Finding Williams once more, complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 16. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
Well, we use the term pitch and catch a lot to denote an easy completion. We just saw one right there on 3rd and 3 to pick up the first down.
Why are those so tough to defend? Just because they hit so quickly?
Yeah, it's all about timing and confidence. Quarterback sees it, rips it, there you go.
And the Chargers are going to have a first and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
A chance for their first points of the season here as it's first and goal. Running on first down, Eckler. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal. It's Eckler again. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal.
Third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall.
Herbert has it knocked free. Bad place to fumble down here in the red zone. At least they got it. They'll have another shot. Or no, they won't have another shot. It's going to be 4th down. Maybe they can at least salvage 3.
And they were thinking 6 points because at this position of the field, it's go time, right? You take your shots at the end zone. They weren't able to do that one. So you look over the sideline. There's the head coach saying, oh, heck, kick it. Field goal time.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. The third quarter has not been kind to them. After they built that lead at intermission, they've seen that lead shrink.
And how much of that is simply execution? How much of that is maybe you lose your edge a little bit because you've got a lead? And you do have to credit the other team some because they've made some adjustments to start to slow them down. Can they find those counters now, those extra plays or plays they haven't run that'll be effective and get them back moving again?
They'll be looking for something here, anything to seize that momentum back. Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. It's the Raiders with the lead and the football here as we get ready to start quarter number 4. Meanwhile, Carr's throw pulled in by Renfro. A Raider first down, Carter Renfro. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. He completes it to Beckham. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 37.
And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Carr. He finds his man complete. That's Jacobs. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Carr. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 18. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because, to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
And the Raiders are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Here's Jacobs. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs, a 5-yard touchdown run.
And the Raiders are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Josh Jacobs.
On the return, it's Adderley.
And deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And they'll have great field position here as the ball will be at the 15-yard line. Throwing on 1st down is Carr. Oh, he shifts past him. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that because if they're forced to try and go around.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Raiders are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead.
Carlson on for the PAT. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Josh Jacobs. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
Here comes the Chargers offense now back out onto the field.
And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. So these fans just kind of beside themselves right now.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Here's Herbert.
They'll find Williams on the slant. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 49-yard line. Now Herbert with it looking to pass. It's Williams on the catch.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
On first down, Justin Herbert. He's got it to Williams. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
A chance for a first touchdown drive of the year. It's 1st and goal.
Herbert.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball.
On Herbert, his 3rd interception.
Picked off by Deron Harmon.
And the Raiders are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
It's just been one mistake after another on the offensive side of the ball. That's now 3 interceptions to go along with 2 fumbles for them. And if you're going to turn the ball over 5 times in a game, your chances to win have to be about 100 to 1. And it's not looking good for them here.
The Raiders heading out to take over. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
2nd down, Jacobs once more.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line.
58 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10.
Once again, it's Jacobs. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. And they take a knee. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Carr down to a knee, and that ought to just about do it.
Now, this was not just the opener of a brand-new season, but this was a division game here in Week 1. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed better and earned the win.
So for Las Vegas, they begin the new year 1-0 as they come out victorious here.